name is Shelly Wilson. I'm an author, intuitive medium, and conscious creator who is passionate about helping people wake up to their greatness. I support others as they journey into consciousness to experience aliveness. My books are 28 Days to a New You, Connect to the You Within, Journey into Consciousness, and Embracing the Magic Within. I'm also the creator of Cards of Empowerment and Clarity Cards. And I am so delighted to be a part of ORI's 20 minutes of love, light, and learning. And today I want to talk to you about how to spring clean for well-being. So first of all, I want to talk just a little bit about the previous years and numerology, really taking a look at that. So we know that the year 2020, it was a building year intended to create our reality. That was a 4 in numerology. As we remember, our foundations were also restructured at that time, and they are continuing to do so as we recognize. That year offered us opportunities to see clearly and also to gain clarity. 2021 was a universal 5-year, and that acknowledged our personal freedom and change. That energy invited us to return home to ourselves, to recognize our power, and to remember how essential it is to be adaptable to the changes taking place. Even in those instances that we had no control of, we still had control of how we chose to respond to those challenging situations. And now here we are in 2022. This is a universal 6-year, and this year is all about self-care, self-love, nurturing, and compassion. This energy reminds us to assess our relationships and become fully aware of our personal responsibilities. This is also a year intended for healing on all levels. That is physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. We are being urged at this time to strive for balance and to also let love lead us in everything that we say and do. And with that, when we think of how do we spring clean for well-being, we definitely recognize that spring cleaning many times coincides with that time of the year. But what we want to remember is usually it's thought of as a deep clean, sometimes in our home, but I want to apply that also, not just to that, but to all aspects of our life. There's no need to wait for any specific time or date to do it. Just when we feel that nudge, that's the perfect time to do so. So first of all, just giving you a basic understanding of energy. Our thoughts, our words, our actions, all of that is energy. And when we have the awareness of our own energetic emission, it helps us to more easily tune in and understand that energy that surrounds us. So as energetic beings having this human life experience, we have that auric field surrounding our physical body. And then within that physical body, we have those energy centers known as chakras. They look like spinning wheels of light or water going down a drain. We have 7 main ones, and each one is connected to organs and emotions, and each one has a respective color. They start at the base of our spine and then go to the top of our head. So when we think about working with those energy centers intentionally, thinking about keeping our energy grounded, keeping those chakras cleared and balanced, then centering our energy, clearing our auric field, and also cutting energetic cords, all of that can help us in all areas of our life. And that is just the beginning of doing that spring cleaning aspect. I do recommend practicing that good energetic hygiene regularly, literally making it a practice, sometimes a daily practice, sometimes whenever it feels necessary to do. If you need a little extra support with that as well, you can visit the Winter 2021 issue of the Journal of the Ozark Research Institute, as that article is included there. So now when we think of those energy centers, once again, that energetic body that we're working with, something else that we want to look at too is, because everything is energy, how we feel can be infused into our home, can be infused into our relationships. So when we think about doing that spring cleaning, literally, first of all, we may want to look around, feel around in our home space and recognize, does this feel good to you? You may be guided to redistribute some of your items, literally move some energy around, and also perhaps some furniture. You may also be guided to donate or discard or even sell some of those items as well. When you're shifting the energy in the place, first of all, it may be literally removing everything, putting it in the center of the room and feeling into, where does this chair go? Where does this piece of art go? Things like that. So not just what is on the walls or what is on the floor, but taking a look, as I said, and feeling into everything in that space. Much like you would do a thorough cleaning or even just a quick clean. We think of dusting or vacuuming or sweeping in that regards. This is what we want to do as well with that energetic clean. So we can see that we're shifting the energy, moving it out of the space as we may be doing that literal task as well. As I said before, emotions are energy. So when we're feeling extra heavy, and it may not be our own energy that we're feeling, of course, it may be the energy around us, but nevertheless, it's still affecting us. This is where we may want to just sit with it for a bit. But as we say, open the window, get some fresh air. And if the temperature allows you to do that, then go ahead. Otherwise, just set the intention and see that energy going out that window or that door. When we're thinking of energy clearing as well, some people like to work with sage or incense or light a candle. Some people work with Reiki, and so you can use the power symbol to clear a space also. Just visualize that you're drawing the power symbol on the wall, on the floor, on the ceiling, and so on, clearing that energy in the space. I know many of you work with pendulums or are guided to begin working with them, and you can absolutely use a pendulum to clear a room also. Hold it comfortably and relaxed and walk around the space, seeing and allowing that pendulum to move as it's guided to. When you feel like the energy has shifted, go ahead and go into the next room and do the same process. If you're inclined, you can just even draw on a piece of paper the layout of the home and sit at a table and just see that you're going room to room in that. So you don't actually have to go into the space to do it. This is something you could do on behalf of someone else as well, having the layout, the floor plan, or even just visualizing it in your mind, visiting each space as you're guided to do so. As we're clearing that energy, also some people may be guided to work with a singing bowl or other music, or even just clap their hands. By doing that, that will break the energy up in that space and allow that energy that feels heavy to dissipate. Move it back to the light is what we want to do. In addition to our home space, we can do that spring cleaning within our relationships. And that's why sometimes it's a good idea to spend some time in reflection, take a look at those people in our lives and really pause, feel into them. Do these connections or relationships feel healthy and balanced and even invigorating to you? Or do they feel more exhausting? One isn't good or bad, but it's definitely a different energy that you're working with. So just take note as you pause and feel into each one. If they feel healthy, you may be guided to intentionally invest more time and energy into those connections. If they feel unhealthy or imbalanced, you may want to have better boundaries. And that may include not being so easily available, or it may be saying no when you actually choose to, rather than saying yes to appease those around you. Also, doing cord cutting within relationships is actually really healthy also. So you can do a nice swipe over that solar plexus, a chopping or scissor motion. And what you're clearing is lower vibrational, fear-based energies, anything that feels heavy. You can also do a power statement. I like to use the word spirit, but please use whatever term resonates with you personally. And you can say, I surrender and release to spirit my experience involving, and fill in the blank as you're guided to do so, and will allow it to unfold as it should for my highest and best good. You can also say, I surrender and release to spirit my relationship with, and fill in the blank with a name, and say, and will allow it to unfold as it should for my or our highest and best good. And this is just a simple intentional act, helping to clear lower vibrational energies, helping to shift that energy to one that is a higher vibration, one that feels more balanced and more healthy. When we think of doing that spring cleaning for well-being as well, this may be a call to spend some quiet time in reflection, and also allow any memories or emotions to come to the surface. You know, we're human, and of course, we have lots of experiences that are in our frame of reference, in our data bank, and sometimes those may not be pleasurable or memorable. And just allowing whatever to come up, honoring it, acknowledging it, not trying to remember the details, but simply allowing it to get air. I feel like sometimes we subconsciously or unintentionally suppress and repress, and sometimes we do it as a coping mechanism. So it's so important to just do it very gently, tenderly. At times we may need additional support with a therapist or trusted advisor to be able to do this process as well. But this is truly a time to allow the old to come up, so that it can be acknowledged, so that it can be healed. And if anything, this is feeling differently than we did before. You know, I know many of us still have triggers, still have those ancestral wounds. Sometimes we're not fully aware of it once again, but nevertheless, it can still be in our energy field and still be affecting us at this day. So this is why, once again, doing that clearing intentionally, honoring ourselves, honoring the emotions, can be so beneficial at this time. Some other processes that we do as well, as I said, keeping those chakras cleared and balanced. You know, when we feel healthy energetically, in turn, we're going to feel healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally as well. So I'd like to guide you at this time in just a short chakra clearing exercise to help you to do that. So if it helps you to visualize your chakras as flowers or mandalas or geometric shapes, I encourage you to do so. We're going to start with your root chakra, located at the base of your spine. Visualize it as red and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color red and exhale the color red. Know that you are safe and protected. We're moving up to the sacral chakra. This is your area of connection and creation. Visualize it as orange and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color orange and exhale the color orange. Do your best to be present and consciously create. We're moving up to the solar plexus. This is your power center, your gut instinct, your knowingness. Visualize it as yellow and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color yellow and exhale the color yellow. Focus on being true to you, trusting your gut, and shining your light. We're moving up to the heart chakra. This is the area where we carry our emotions. Visualize it as green and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color green and exhale the color green. Let love lead. We're moving up to the throat chakra. This is your voice and area of communication. Visualize it as blue and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color blue and exhale the color blue. It's important to speak your truth, to say what you mean to say, to communicate your needs and desires to yourself and to those around you. We're moving up to the third eye. This is your intuitive awareness. Visualize it as purple and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color purple and exhale the color purple. Trust what you see. And now we're at your crown chakra at the top of your head. Pure white light coming into your crown. Visualize it as white and beautiful, healthy, balanced, and cleared. Breathe in the color white and exhale the color white. Trust what you know. Your chakras have been cleared and balanced. Let's center your energy now. Visualize lots of white light at your core and see that white light shifting to yellow as you take some conscious and empowered breaths. And as you do that, you may be guided to go ahead and cut cords and clear energy at this time, doing a nice swipe over that solar plexus. Know the cords that you're cutting are lower vibrational, fear-based energies. Cords connected to love will remain or regrow instantaneously. So there's no fear cutting those lower vibrational cords. And now let's ground your energy. Visualize lots of white light coming in first of all, and then visualize your legs as tree roots going deep into the earth, grounding you to the earth below. A vine extending upwards, wrapping around your legs, extending upwards into your root chakra, into your sacral chakra, into your solar plexus, and resting in your heart. And then that white light is now coming into your crown, into your third eye, into your throat, and resting in your heart, grounding you to both earth and to light. Take a nice, big, deep breath with an audible exhale, and so it is. So when we think about, once again, practicing that good energetic hygiene, keeping ourselves balanced, going through our home space, clearing that energy as we need to, other aspects, in addition to checking in with our connections and those relationships, having the awareness of our energy investments is so beneficial. All of that is beneficial. We are, once again, energetic beings having this human life experience. So knowing more about our energy, having the awareness that we can shift that energy is so beneficial. Some other things you may be guided to do some spring cleaning. And once again, this is something that you can do at any time, but you may be guided to go through your contact list in your phone and do some cleanup. If you actually haven't had a connection with someone in some time, it's okay to delete that phone number. You may be even guided to get a new phone number. That would really shift some energy. And if that is by choice something that you're guided to do it from a place of love, that you're infusing into that and not out of fear. That's very important. Also, you may be guided to delete some text. I know that some people hold on to that, like to reread them. Just remember that that is in the past. Yes, sometimes we hang on to that out of memory, out of needing to retain some information and so on. But feel into it. Is this something you need to hold on to? Because that can weigh us down as well. Same way with emails. If you have lots of emails in your inbox or even in the folder, different folders and things like that, you may be guided to either organize them, delete them, or so on. I make it a practice of deleting all emails that are not in a special folder because I organize everything. So if we look back and they're not organized and they're older than 2 months old, I delete them. I don't hang on to them. This is something that may be hard for people to do, but I will tell you, it shifts the energy very easily and will make you feel lighter and brighter. So know that there are many ways that you can spring clean for well-being. And once again, this is something that you can do at any time whenever you're guided to do so. I hope that each one of you recognizes how amazing you are and that it's time for you to shine even brighter. The world needs you now. I wish each one of you peace. I wish you love. I wish you joy. And I wish you happiness. And thank you so much for listening to this time with ORI's 20 minutes of love, light, and learning.